Good morning. Oh, my cabinet's open. Don't look in my cabinet. Wild hair. Anyways, I am, Lizzie just got up, went potty. She's eating. I'm gonna make breakfast. I think I'm gonna make myself an omelet. So I have eggs, obviously, and I have a tomato, and I have red onion, and I have cheese. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want in this omeletta, but I think that's it. Maybe I'll put some truffle salt on it to be fancy. But yeah, that's it. I'm just brewing my coffee. And I worked, and I am going to go back to work, but I have an orthodontist appointment at 10:55. And I think I'm done. I don't know yet. I'm not for sure, but he said that my next appointment I'll be done. Oh my gosh. So a little bit about my orthodontia. I have congenitally missing lateral incisors, which are the most commonly congenitally missing teeth. Your lateral incisors are the teeth right next to your front teeth. So it goes incisor, lateral incisor, canine. So my canines are in the place of my lateral incisors. So prior to, and I had crowding on the bottom and, whatever. Prior to, and I had my lateral incisors as baby teeth, but then when they fell out, I had no adult teeth above them. So prior to orthodontia, these teeth here, which are my canines, were pointy. And so part of the plan was, first of all, I had to get a tooth extracted here. So right between these two teeth. Sorry if teeth creep you out, but I love teeth. So here and here, I had a tooth there, and it was like sideways. So they took that out, closed the gap. Then what they did was they widened my teeth out too, because my teeth were, it wasn't like narrow, but it was like narrower than it should be. And they actually pulled these teeth down and then filed them off to make them square, to look like a lateral incisor. So this here, when you smile, fun fact, like on the side here is called your buccal corridor. Your cheek is, the inside of your cheek is called your buccal or buccal. Anyway, it's called your buccal corridor. So before it was like in more, and now it's like out more. So that's different too. Maybe I'll insert a picture of before and after. I don't really have I have a before and like a mid, but I don't really have like an after. Maybe I'll look and see. Maybe I can put a picture in, but anyway, if this is interesting to you. So then I'm done. And what was the other thing I was gonna say? I don't remember. I really don't remember. That's weird. But anyway. So I was treatment planned for 24 months, which is 2 years. But the ideal wear time for Invisalign is 22 hours a day. So to have ideal results, you have to wear them literally all day. You take them out to eat, and you can't drink anything except water with them in. So if you're gonna have 3 meals a day, you have to eat them in 2 hours, because your ideal wear time is 22 hours a day. Good girl, Liz. Good girl. She's trying to play with a ball. She's not a very good self player. She doesn't really play by herself. But anyway, so the treatment plan was 24 months. I lost about 6 months from COVID. So because when COVID hit, they canceled all appointments. So I lost about 6 months there, and it's taken about an additional 6 months. So I've been in Invisalign. It's actually been longer. it was 2 years in 3 years, excuse me. 3 years in August. That's crazy. I think 3 years in August. So it's been a really long time. So I'm pretty excited. Getting out of Invisalign basically is like they're gonna take these attachments off. So I have tooth colored attachments. So that helps like torque the teeth and everything and align them. So they take the attachments off, but then you're in a retainer, a clear retainer, which is basically like Invisalign. And you have to wear that 24/7 for 6 months. And then you have to wear it every night for the rest of your life. So I know I'm saying I'm gonna be out of Invisalign, but I'm really just gonna be in Invisalign for another 6 months of my retainer. So anyway, I did get a little lazy at the end, especially with the 6 months that I was off because of COVID, because it's not like it was making any progress anyway. So I didn't really wear my aligners that much. I mean, I wore them, but like I was much lazier with them. But for the most part, I'm like an overachiever kind of. So like if they said 22 hours a day, it was 22 hours a day. So pre-COVID, if I was out and I ate, like if we went out to dinner, I would take them out at the restaurant and then brush and floss my teeth at the restaurant before I came home because I didn't want to wait the drive to come home. It's like, I was really pretty religious about it. Obviously I've gotten a little lazier in the end, but I've always worn them to bed, like always. It's just really frustrating because when you take them out to eat, then before you put them back in, you have to brush and floss your teeth and brush the aligners before you put them back in. So if I wanted to eat anything, I had to really decide whether or not it was worth it to take them out. Because if I was out, I'd have to do that in a public restroom. So there was like, we went to like a hockey game during my treatment and like everyone is like drinking beer and eating pretzels and I'm like sitting there drinking water, ice water in a hockey rink. But whatever, the commitment paid off. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yakking at the camera and I'm gonna make myself some brekkie and probably go back to work for a little bit more if Lizzie will allow it. I'll probably have to take her out for a little bit to get some energy off, but anyways, that's it. I took a shower and did my makeup. I went a little, I guess I didn't go that crazy. Well, it doesn't look that crazy on video, but anyway, I am almost done. Almost ready to go to my orthodontist appointment. I fixed my sweater. I don't remember where I cut it, but I cut it and then I had to reknit it. So I actually didn't even measure. Did I reknit it the same? Oh yeah. Well, this one might be a couple rows more, but who cares? So this is the classic. I think it's supposed to be knit with a fingering weight held with mohair, which made it DK weight. So I actually got this off of Knit Picks. I put it in the last video. Now I can't remember again what kind it is. But it is a DK weight on its own and kind of like soft. It has, and now I don't even remember what it has. Oh well. So this is a classic. Stand up. So yeah, I really like it. It's one of my favorite sweaters. It's warm and cozy. It is warm in my house, so my cheeks are probably red, but it's actually cool outside. I think it's like 51 degrees. So hopefully it'll be fine. I hope it's not too warm in the orthodontist office. Then I have to go to the grocery store afterwards, so it's gonna be cold in the grocery store anyway. Yeah, so I didn't realize some stuff that I needed when I went to Big Y yesterday, so I have to go back to the grocery store. Anyway, I feel like Andrea the cat lady who's going to Meijer every day. I think Meijer's a grocery store, yeah. Anyway, I also wanted to share this FO that I have. This is the, let me grab the yarn, sorry. This is the 1898 hat. It is by, I just looked, Christine something. Sorry, I'll put it on the screen. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. We saw the pattern knit as a sample at that yarn store that I went to in the Finger Lakes. The yarn is actually really quite pretty. It's not reading that well. It's like a iridescent teal kind of. So Sean wanted it. The pattern says don't block, but I am gonna block it because the crown, I think for him, is a little bit short. He does want it to sit a little bit more on his forehead, but I'll put it on. I think it's supposed to be like that, like higher up, but I don't think he likes the way it feels. So I am gonna block it and see if I can stretch the crown a little bit. Ah, look how cute it looks. So the yarn is Cascade, I think. Cascade Yarns Luminosa. It's 52% viscose, 44% baby alpaca, and 4% merino wool. So I do think that it is going to block out a little bit, hopefully, just to get a little bit of length there. I guess this is what it looks like, but I'm not sure if you're going to see it any better. Yeah, the light's not really that great. I knit this on a US size 5 on my Chow Goose, my 16-inch circulars, and then double points for the crown. That's it. It's done. Needs to be blocked. It's actually very cool construction. So it is a free pattern. So I don't think I'm giving anything away. But this is a double brim actually. So you knit it as you can see. I don't know if you can see. What the heck? Garter stitch. And then imagine it. I can't open it actually. So imagine it. Oh, I never put this back. Double like this, you know, and then you have these slip stitches down the middle, and then you do some increases to make your ear flaps and decreases. And then what you do is when you're done, you actually Kitchener it together. So you put it on, do a provisional cast on. You Kitchener the two ends together, and then you fold it in half to make this, and then you pick up these stitches. Liz, sorry, she's trying to play with the cat, I think, and hitting the thing with her tail. So it's actually a really fun construction, but like easy. And it is a very short brim. I think you only knit 5 inches from here to here before you start your decreases, and then you decrease every round until it's done. So it is a more of like a beanie. So I'm not sure that he loves that about it. So we'll see if we can stretch it. That's it. Let's see, what time is it? I have a couple more, 10 more minutes before I have to go. So maybe I'll bring Liz back outside for a little bit and then leave. Cool. So I just left the orthodontist. So aesthetically, I'm done. But my bite is still a little bit not where it needs to be on the back. So I think they scanned me for a retainer, maybe. I'm gonna get a permanent retainer on the bottom. I'm done with the liners on the bottom, he said, but I guess I'm gonna be in them on the top, I think. And then also, I guess at night only, I'm going to be in like a liner, just so I can hook the rubber bands to something. So I'm sure you guys have seen in like some of my videos, like in the morning before I've taken them out to eat, I have rubber bands on either side. So I guess I'll still be wearing those, which is cool. I mean, like I said, like I would be in a retainer for another 6 months anyway, all the time. So not really much is changing quite yet, but that's the story, Morning Glory. I am off to the supermarket. Supermarché, that's what they call it in French. Anyway, it's so weird. So I took French a little bit, and whatever. It doesn't matter. So sometimes like these random French words will just like pop in my head. I'm so cool. I speak 2 languages. I don't really, and it's very strange and random. So that's not to say anything like to my own horn that I think of French words randomly like I'm so special. That's kind of like how bizarre and random. It's not to make me sound any kind of special way. Look how pretty it is outside, guys. It's chilly, which is totally fine with me. It's about 51 degrees, and so I can wear my sweater. It's definitely a sweater weather. but it's like beautiful. The sky is blue, the air is clear, the leaves are changing. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous fall day. I feel like the longer I talk, the weirder I get, so I'm just gonna cut this off right now. And I'm at Stop and Shop, not the new Big Y. I'm at Stop and Shop because it was closer. Actually, going to Big Y would be a little bit more out of my way. Who cares? What do you care? You don't care. Bye.